right. Well, I see Shatika. Welcome in. And welcome into the I Bring It Every Day. We're gonna do a little motivation Monday. And trying to get this technical stuff working. It's scary. But anyway, there it is. Welcome in. And it's cold. Oh my. And peace and blessings to you. Yeah, let me just do one thing here. I always forget to do this just in case. There we go. I'll do that real quick. But anyway, thank you so much for coming in. And I'm just going to take a look at this stream. Yeah, so here we go. So here's the deal today. And I need to change the title on this thing. I forgot to do that. So today's title is It's a Choice. Everything in life is a choice. And I'm going to change that right now. Hang on, I'm going to change this right now. I forgot to do that. Shame on me. Okay. Yes, and the reason why I say that, I had a conversation with some people the other day, and I was thinking, like, it just got me thinking about life again. You know how you do that? And yeah, it's crazy. All right, there we go. So this is the title. So everything is a choice. And I'll give you just a little bit of background and how I got to this whole thing. So a while back, I was like I started this whole thing with the motivation about it's been maybe a year and a half now. And the whole idea of it was to try to keep myself focused and also to just keep uplifting, because I felt like there wasn't a lot of uplifting going on social media. So, I was chatting with some people like a while back, and one of the things that we like to do and a lot of the crafters do is to donate. And it's more for it's a way for us to take our craft, give it to people in need, and it kind of makes you feel good and things like that. And it also makes use of a lot of the stuff that you have like laying around your house. And a lot of the people that are crafters do really beautiful work, and it's fairly quick and easy, and then it's fulfilling. So it's kind of a full cycle thing. So you win, they win. It's a beautiful thing. So, but one of the things that I discovered is I've been hanging out with my husband. He's been doing a lot of volunteer work, and I was chatting with a lot of the people there. Well, actually, no. Let me just go back before I get to this. So I noticed in this little meet and greet that we had is that a lot of people. I forget how many hours this organization donated, but they tried to record everything that they do in terms of their volunteer time. And I think, and I don't remember how many people were in the organization, but it came out that they had about 45,000 hours of volunteer time. I believe it was 45,000, almost 46,000 hours. And I said, man, that's a lot of volunteer time. So getting back to that, there were some people in there that were like, boy, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't. And so all that I can't just got me to thinking about how everything in life is a choice. So, if you want to donate, if you want to volunteer, it's really up to you. And that's everything in life. Everything in life is a choice. So if you decide to volunteer, so be it. But if you don't volunteer, so be it. So the whole point of this is that everything that you do in life is a result of a choice that you make. And let me know what you think about that. And let's see, I'm going to take a look in the live again. Okay, so we got a couple people. We got Keisha's. Hey, good morning. Good morning and happy Monday. Yes, thank you so much. We have Miss Suzanne. Good day, everyone. Yes. And oh, there's Miss Renee. All right now. Good to see you. Okay. So what do you think of that? I don't know. I just, like I said, this one woman, it was really interesting. Like she was saying, "Oh, I can't because of this. I can't because of that. I can't." But I could tell she was really kind of moved by all this volunteerism that these people were doing around her, but she chose not to do it. And I said to her, and I know this is mean, but I said, "Hey, everything you do is a choice. And so if you want to volunteer, you will find a way to make it happen because people may find ways to make everything happen that matters." And that's my point. You know what I mean? My point is if it matters to you, you're going to make it happen. And that's kind of the deal right there. But just taking a step back and let me know in the chat what you think. And if I'm off base, because I can take it. But the thing is, so welcome to the I Bring It Everyday channel. I just wanted to come in and hit you hard and hit you fast. But like I said, we're trying to do some positive things over here with like-minded people. We're trying to get our weeks started off on a positive note, and then make some plans, work those plans as much as you can, and then just kind of regroup. At the end of the week or whenever you have a spare moment, just get back and regroup and say, hey, I did accomplish this. Yes, I accomplished that. Oh, I didn't hit that goal. Then I'll try it again next time. It's really simple, and that's life. But anyway, I'll pull out a quote here. Let me see if I can pull this out again. I think I closed a tab, which is really bad. Hang on just a second. I'm going to look at the chat real quick. Yes, hours are very important in charitable. Yep, 501c3 organizations. That is correct, Miss Suzanne. Yep. Volunteer community service hours are required in schools around here. I think that is beautiful. And let's see, what else? Let me go back here. Volunteering is definitely a conscious choice of prioritizing your time. That's what Keisha's saying. Yep, I agree with that. And Keisha said, I used to volunteer so much, children's schools, work, personal interests. Yeah, that's amazing. See, and I'm new-ish to all this, truth be told. So it's taken some time for me to kind of get used to the whole concept and figuring out ways to to do some good in the world. Yeah, so I think that's really good. But like I said, it was definitely this woman's choice to to decide whether she was gonna do it or not. So that's the whole point. And what I was trying to say to her was like, hey, if you really want to volunteer, you can, but don't make a lame excuse saying that you can't. And that's all I'm saying. Yeah. So anyway, so here we go. Let me get to this. I'm going to do this quote here. And I saw it this morning and it got me thinking. It kind of just, cemented what I was thinking. So, here we go here. Hang on. Okay, here it is. So, this is from Catherine Pulsifier, I think. Pulsifier. And she said she was a motivational speaker and wrote a lot of, and an author. And she said, if we have the attitude that it's going to be a great day, it usually is. So once again, it's kind of pointing back to the choice. You have to choose to make a good day, or you can choose to be negative. Now, when you're going through something hard, it's hard to get out of the negative pool, because you got to work your way through any problems that you're facing, and you're allowed to feel, I guess, sorry for yourself for about I'll give you like 15 minutes. You can feel sorry for yourself for 15 minutes, but then you have to kind of pull it together and move forward, and that's the deal. Yeah. Yep. So anyway, so there's that. Let's see. I'm gonna look at the chat. Okay. So so Suzanne's saying, in lieu of working for $1 for money, in lieu of working for money, I spend my time volunteering and in kind donating. Nice. And she also said, in the past, I was in a leadership position in volunteer organizations. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Today, I'm just a member at large. Yep, that's awesome. We love it. Yeah. So there it is. So that's the whole thing. But so like I said, this, you got to make a choice. And you got to make a choice to be somewhat positive, and sort of what you put in your mind kind of drags you in the direction. So if you're going to be negative, you're going to be pulled down. And if you're going to be somewhat positive, and it will sort of pull you up. Now, a lot of people, I've had this conversation with other people. You can tell me what you think of this. A lot of people say there's this thing that exists that's called toxic positivity. And I'm not 100%, I mean, I have an idea of what it is, but I still think you have to try to pull yourself up and be positive versus, and like I said, you're allowed to, you get a few hours to wallow because it does hurt when bad things happen. You have to kind of work your way through it. You do. And you have the right to feel the way you feel, and that's it. You know what I mean? But you have to get out of there, but you can't stay there, all the time. And that's the thing. You can't stay there forever. And because remember, every day that you wake up, you get a chance to kind of start all over again, and do more or do different or do better, than what you did in the past. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna look at the chat, see what people are saying. Yes. Let's see. Oh yeah. So Renee said you never really know what's going on in people's lives. That's for sure. I think a lot of people are skeptical of nonprofits these days too. Ooh. I was on the executive board of a nonprofit. Wow. Now, why do you say that? I'm curious. I think I know why, but let me know what you think. Tell me why you think that way, because that is interesting. Okay. Oh, we saw some. I see some people popping in. Hey, welcome in. We got Diamond Ring Girl. Hello. I see Lady 4775. I know who that is. Miss Aisha. Good to see you. And Renee is saying, right now I'm swamped with helping these kids right their boat after their mom hurt them. Yeah, girl. That is amazing. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I got to give it to you. That is awesome. You know, that's what people need. If you see a need, you got to jump in and help, right? And then Miss Keisha said, absolutely agree. Make your positives. Let's see, which does not discount the negatives. It just allows you not to harp on the bad. Yep. That's exactly that's exactly what I'm thinking. And it's true. You don't really know what's going on in people's lives. And that is absolutely true. I mean, everybody has ups and downs, you know what I mean? So, you just have to get through the downs. But it takes work. It's not easy. It's not like you just go, "Oh, let's say I got fired from my job. Oh, it's great." No, life isn't great when something negative like that happens to you or whatever it is, you know what I mean? But you just have to work your way through all that and then kind of make a new plan, or because a lot of times, like when you have these negative, it's kind of a pivot, like your life's being directed in a different area. And that is for sure. Yep. So, you might be I don't know, let's just say you're a YouTuber, it's not going well. You might, there may be something else out there for you, instead of that. Whatever it is, you know what I mean? But that's kind of the example that I could just give off the top of my head. Yep, good to see you. Yes, and Suzanne is saying, "Oh, unfortunately, some folks are not self-aware or too vulnerable to be independent in their lives." Yeah, that's true, Suzanne. Yeah. And wish us luck. Our stitching group was asked to teach teens to crochet this week. Nice. Wish us luck. No, you'll be great. You'll be great. You'll be great. And I think, a lot of the younger people really don't know a whole lot about the fiber art. So that's, good for you. And I always say, like, each one, teach one if you can. And, but it's not easy. You know what I mean? And, I don't know how you do the lefties. I'm a right-handed crocheter. So, it's hard. I tried to teach a left-handed person and I felt really bad. I couldn't. I felt like I was doing them more of a disservice. But they say that you're supposed to sit across from each other. I don't know if that really works, but that's what somebody said. But good luck to you. That's amazing. So, hoo kudos to Suzanne. Yeah. So anyway, so how was everybody's weekend? I know that's like a lame question to ask, but I'm feeling pretty good. Let's see. Oh, okay. And then Renee saying a lot of nonprofits send very little to the cause, but pay out people working there. Ah, we have seen famous people run scams for influence. Yes. Yeah, that is quite unfortunate. I don't know how you even manage that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even, yeah, like I've heard that a lot of these organizations, I forget what the title of the metric is, but they say 40% goes to admin or whatever, 20% goes to admin and 80% goes to the cause, and vice versa and all this. Yeah, I have heard that. So that is quite unfortunate, and the one thing that I can think of, and I don't think they're nonprofit, but you know the big thrift store that everybody goes to. That one, I was surprised. Like they were saying that the CEO had like a six-figure salary, which I was like, whoa, that's a lot for for a an organization that's supposed to give or is supposed to help out people. I don't know. It's very interesting, but I don't, you know what I mean? Things like that. I got you. And oh, we got Susan E. Welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, that's good. And she's saying good morning, Kelly, and everybody in the chat. Good to see you. And let's see, Diamond Ring Girl saying, I felt my weekend is cheating me out of a few days. LOL, it goes by so fast. Yes, it does. I've been crocheting most of it. That's good. Yeah, I think I did a little bit too. Like I I put the crochet down for a little bit and I finished. I was knitting a baby blanket, so I finally got that thing done. I don't know what took me so long, but I finally got that done. I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm like, I gotta wash all this stuff. So I'm washing everything. That's the plan there. But I'm starting to. So Renee's got me thinking about sweaters, and I said I started a sweater. I'm scared, not scared, but I haven't done it in so long, and that's what I was thinking. I said I'm going to try to make one thing, one wearable. Hopefully it'll look okay. But I sort of started one. I'm just on the collar right now, so I'm doing top down. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's hard out here. Yes, let's see. Oh, we got Ashley Jones is here. Miss Ashley. Well, not Ashley Jones, but Miss Ashley's here. I'm a lefty, so the person who taught me how to do the mirror effect. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Yes. And then Susan E finished a hand knitted sweater. Girl, that's good. Yeah, see, now you guys have all inspired me to get out those wearables again. So I'm working on that. I'll show that. There's not a whole lot to see like what I've done so far, but that's good. Congratulations on the hand knitted sweater. And Renee saying most of my weekend was devoted to research. Okay. Yeah. So working on the channel. And I don't think Diamond Ring Girl does any content, but yeah, you always got to think about the channel a little bit, like what you want to work on and stuff like that. But I'll show you this thing. This is the weirdest yarn ever. I said I'm living really on the edge here. Let me see if I can turn this around. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let me see if I can. All right, so I'll show this. So this is all I got this far was I did the provisional cast on and I'm starting the ribbing. So there's the ribbing. So it's going to be, pretty cool. But I'm using this mohair and I'm like, what the heck am I doing? This is so bad. But it's very soft. Yeah, so it's like a mohair wool blend. It's pretty though, but nice colors and a little fuzzies. Yeah, I see fuzzies everywhere. But there it is. So it's going to be nice, when it's done. But figured I'd give that a try and see what happens. But that's as far as I got. I did the provisional cast on and I did a little bit of ribbing. So I got to do just a little bit more and then I'll get onto the body, which is scary. Yes. Oh, we got Kyle's here. Good morning. And as Susan said, the sweater turned out great. I'm wearing it. Ooh, nice. And okay, so Diamond Ring Girl's a lefty. Oh, okay, wait a minute. So I'm a lefty also. I can't remember how I first learned. I was little. Yeah, I got you. And who's the sweater for? Oh, it's for me. What size? So yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be a big one. But do you see this thing? This is crazy. I just think this is the funniest thing of yarn. I had this in purple and I put it in storage somewhere. I gotta find it because it was crazy. But this was made by Bernat. And they had this a few years ago. And it sat in the store, nobody bought it. And then finally one day I was like, I'm gonna buy it. And I said, I'm gonna make this, because I had this is a real simple sweater. It's just a crew and nothing fancy, no cables or anything like that. But I said, I gotta make it because it looks pretty simple and it's actually going pretty well. Like I was surprised that I could pull this together last night after being very sleepy. Yes. I know. It's really pretty. Oh, thank you. And yep, everybody say good morning. Oh, I love that you're knitting. I'm biased. Yeah, well, So the secret is I um I started knitting first, sort of. Like in other words, my I learned how to crochet. I only learned how to do like the chain stitch and the single crochet when I started. And I think I did it for like a minute. Like literally I did it once or twice and then put it away and never touched it for years. And then I said, "Okay, I'm going to knit." Because I wanted to do like a nice wearable. So I knitted and I knitted, a few things. And then I put that away. And it's crazy. Yes. Oh, we got Dawn Ray B's here. Hello. Good to see you. Yeah. And Kyle's laughing. Yes. So anyway, did I? Yeah, that's good. All right. So I got everything. But let us know in the chat, what you're working on. Because like I said, I think this for me, this has all been like a creative, like my channel's a creative situation, and I just do stuff. And I try a few things out, and then I kind of see what happens. But I've been having fun kind of getting back into the fiber arts because, like I said, I crocheted, but not really. Like I wouldn't even call that crocheting. I think everybody was doing it, and nobody really showed me, so I was just kind of messing around. But I never really got that serious until later. Much later. And when I started watching YouTube, and like I said, Mr. I Bring It was the one that he kind of forced me to watch YouTube. Because the funny thing was, I had an account on YouTube for probably 8 years before I even touched it. Like I just made the account and was like, "Bloop," put it away, and then just sort of watched people sort of under the radar. I didn't subscribe or anything like that. And then I did. Oh yeah, Miss Aisha, drop your link. Just type Kelly, Kelli, and she's someone on here who's trying to grow, and also Ashley MOBS. Let me see. See, now they're putting the handles in, so it's crazy. So now I can see. But if anybody wants to drop their link, just type Kelly, Kelli, and people can meet up with you. Let's see. What's Dawn Ray B? Oh, here we go. Oh, Keisha's saying, my son is lefty, and I found a left-handed crocheter on YouTube years ago, which helped him learn. But he can read instructions and follow them to do most manual tasks. Even origami. Yeah, that's a good one. Ooh, nice. I used to do that. I'm not very good at it. But it's kind of cool. I used to make the little all I could make was the cup that you can drink out of. Couldn't do anything else fancy. Like that little bird that used to flap his I could never do that. But I thought that was cool. And let's see, is Don Ray B. Okay. Oh, Renee's doing an Aaron sweater first. Let's see. Yep, from Undyed Superwash Merino. Fancy. Very nice. And Don Ray B's trying to finish a wool blend blanket for my son and his dog for camping. Yeah, that's good. And starting a shawl for donation to the local nursing home. Nice. And I learned to crochet at a very young age, but could not figure out knitting until very recently. I'm thrilled to be learning to knit. Very good. Yeah, I think it's good to know both. Yeah, I really do. And I think for me, knitting was more like relaxing. And a lot of people say, differently, but I really enjoyed knitting, and I can do it I can watch TV and do all this stuff. But usually if I'm crocheting, I'll screw something up. So I have to really pay attention, which is weird. It's kind of, it's funny how some people can, gravitate to one or the other. Yeah. Let me see. It's pretty cool. Let me take a sip here. Oh, cool. Oh, let's see. Renee. Yeah, Renee's making she's made some really nice sweaters. And I hope you do a FO. Please do an FO finished object video, because I think you'll love it. You know what I mean? You should just go, I made this one and I made this one. That's what I would do. Yeah. And just keep making them, because that's, and that's a way that in the old days, I don't know if it's still the case on YouTube, but if you do a lot of like finished objects, you usually get subscribers from that kind of thing. Now I don't know if that's the case anymore, but we'll see what happens. Now what do I do here? I'm gonna fix this here. But anyway, yeah, it's kind of interesting. But I was just kind of like, let's see what people say here. And how's it going, Kyle? Hopefully, how's the weather down there? I wonder if it's been cold everywhere. Yeah, never give up. I'm 61 and finally able to knit. That's what Don Ray V say. Nice. Yeah, it is. It's a little tricky, but it's not tricky. It's just different, right? And I think crochet. See, I think it's harder to go from crochet to knit. and then from knit to crochet, because I just think it's just a whole different part of the brain. But you tell me what you think. And Renee saying, "That's awesome, Dawn." Yes. Doing a big project on knitting from the British Isles, and those are great. I love all those beautiful sweaters. And we've been watching a lot of, well, I've been reading a lot of articles and watching. So Renee and I both want to go to one of those yarn trips where you go to like England or Scotland or whatever, or Australia, and check out, the sheep and stuff. And one day I will do that. But I would say if you guys are in the Northeast next year, either go to Maryland Sheep or Wool, or go to New York Sheep and Wool, which is the big yarn festival. And they have a lot of great, you get a chance to check out the sheep. And I think that's a big deal. And it's kind of fun if you're not into that. There are some farms, there are some alpaca farms in the area where I live. There are a bunch of those, and you can go to those, and usually they'll let you come and check out the animals. You have to, they always schedule some kind of thing, but I would say check out the animals, check out some of the natural fibers and stuff. It's really cool. Oh, we have Associate Minister Terry. Hey, good to see you. Hello. Grand Rising. Yes. And okay. Oh, so that's right. Renee's going to the SoCal Fiber Fair at Southern California. So stoked. Yeah, you're going to enjoy it. Yes. And that's good. And Renee's doing the British Isle. Yeah. So when I was at New York Sheep and Wool, there was a lady there that had some travel stuff. Um, and they go to Mexico. I forget what it is. Mexico, England, Australia, and some other place, Scotland. And I would love to go on one of those trips. And they actually just left 2 days, 3 days ago, and I was like, "Oh man!" I found it like the day before they were leaving. I said, "Oh boy!" They still had open spots, but I noticed that these trips really fill up quickly, and I can't believe how quickly these things fill up. And they're not cheap. They're thousands of dollars, and but people are really into it. So I want to do that one day. One day. So we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? It's the Shenandoah Valley Fiber Fest in Berryville, Virginia is a great festival. Yeah, I've never been to that one, but she said it's really nice. Yep. Nice. And okay, everybody's saying hi to Associate Minister Terry. Yep, good, good, good. Yes, and then there are a few farms near me too. Suzanne saying there are two sisters that have a farm near me. Oh, and a YouTube channel. Nice. Yes, and Keisha's saying, "I can't knit, crochet, and can barely thread a needle, but I love watching crafters work." Well, that's cool. We love it. We're enjoying it. You know what I mean? And okay. And then Keisha said, yeah, "That's right." And then Renee said, "The no, Dawn saying, Renee, the items in your banner are gorgeous." Yeah, she's cranked out like in the last month. I don't know what she's doing over there, but she's been cranking out some stuff. I love it. And then Associate Minister Terry saying hello to Dawn. And then yeah, this is good. And then Keisha saying, on my recent cruise, there were several knitting and crocheting groups aboard. Really? Interesting. See, I figured on a cruise that would be the last thing you would do, especially if it's in a warm, I don't know. I think you were in a warm weather area, right? Yeah, because I've been watching all the cruisers, and they've been getting into a lot of stuff. Yes. Nice. Very nice. And let's see. Thanks. I'm having fun. Yeah, Renee's been working it. And the two Jersey girls channel is Cocktail Hot at the Coop. Interesting. I have to find this one. Yeah, that's one I'm not familiar with. Interesting. And then Associate Minister Terry saying, "I bring it every day. I had to resubscribe." No. Yeah, what happens? Okay. Oh, hour. Okay. Gotcha. No boats for me, Renee saying. Yeah, no, the cruises are great. I mean, if you see, for me, I'm a foodie. So cruises used to be good. I don't know. Keisha, you have to tell us. I've been watching like these people on these cruises, and the food looks like straight trash. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what happened, but I went on a cruise like 400 years ago, and it was all like 3 and 4. It was like 3, 4, 5-star food. It was pretty good. But I've been watching like those, the cheap cruise line. That food looks terrible. I don't know what happened, but they're losing their mojo. You got to tell me like how the food is. Let's see. Yeah, sorry if I'm too chatty. I'm glad to see you and everybody. And optimistic. Yeah, I'm so glad you're here, Dawn. You can chat all you want. Yeah. And okay. And Suzanne said, I love the Pine Barrens knits. They are two Jersey girls. Okay. Yeah, there's a girl in Morristown, and I forget her name. I think it's Carrie, actually. Um, I forgot, like I signed up for her newsletter like 10 years ago on YouTube at least. And I haven't been up there yet. And I said, I got to get myself up there. So at some point, I used to run to New Jersey, like the northern part of New Jersey all the time, and I have not been in years. So I got to get on the ball. But let's see. Okay. Oh, Keisha went on a transatlantic. There were 5 or 6 at the comedy show. Comedian told them to put it away. It was bad for his image. Well, yeah, see, I think that's kind of weird to go to a comedy show and knit and crochet in public. That's a little weird for me. I don't think I would have done that, but interesting. Let's see. Okay, there's Dawn's link there. Oh, and there's Asharaj. Oh, hey. Nice. Good to see you. Long time no see. Yes. All right now. So transatlantic. Yeah, see, I don't know. It's weird. I've really tried to behave like not saying that I'm afraid to knit or crochet in public, but I've been real selective in where I do it. Like, but I don't think I would go to a comedy show. Like I think that's a big no-no. And the other thing is comedians, if they see you doing something crazy, not crazy, but if they see you doing anything at all strange, they will get you. And you can't sit in the front row and all that stuff because they will get you. Yeah, that is funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, anyway, thanks for coming in, Suzanne. Yes. But and have a good day with the teen knitters or crocheters. Yep. And have a good day, Suzanne. Yep. How are you after a long time? Yeah, I'm doing okay. Not as I'm not doing as many lives and stuff like that. I kind of come here and there I come in. And but that's it. Like I've been really kind of taking it not easy, but just, I'm trying to not spend so much time online. Like I'm trying to find the balance. And that's the word for today. The word is balance. Let me take a sip here. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, and that's the whole thing like with having a social media account. Like you have to find the balance. And it's not easy because you can go too far either way. Because you want to make sure you're putting out enough content, but you don't want to live on YouTube and sit on panels all day. But a lot of people do it. I just can't. Yep. So I'm going to just put this word here. And hopefully, am I facing? I forgot to check my camera. Oh, it is. It's correct. So this is also the word is balance. So, you want to have fun and you want to sort of continue doing what you love. And so we're all like crafters and things like that. But you just need the balance. And that's the thing with everything in life. I'm sort of in the media. I'm in the middle. Like my whole life I've lived in the middle of everything. And I try not to get too like obsessed, you know, and but as you think about it, like there's it's the yarn and the yarn people, you got to watch like how much are you buying and things like that. So try to maintain the balance. So it's difficult sometimes, and especially when you get excited about something. So you have to maintain that excitement, but without going too far one way or the other. Yeah. Let's see. LOL. I'm very clear what I don't want to do on YouTube. That's right. Oh, Peacock. Yes. I think were you the Peacock? You might be, Renee. Yep. And let's see. Yes. Oh, Keisha said, but I've heard that the food is good on celebrity cruises and Princess and Virgin and the more upscale. Okay, yeah, and I think that's right. But I've looked at some of that stuff on those other, and I would be. See, I got spoiled because I went on a medium one. I went on a slightly higher end cruise, and the food was amazing, and they were kind of fancy, like in hindsight, because I haven't eaten anything like that was the best food I think I ever had in my life at that point. And we were eating fancy cheese and fancy desserts, and even my mother, who I went on a cruise with my mother and my sister, And my mother, who doesn't eat, even like ate the whole time when we were on there, so which I thought was really funny. And I'll tell you just a funny cruise story. So every night they roll out the little tray with the desserts, and there's usually 5 or 6 you get to choose from. And they go, "Okay, well, which one do you want?" And it's usually chocolate mousse and cheesecake and I don't know, you name it, some fancy layer cake, this and that, a tort, all these things. And then, so my mother was like, I don't really know. And then the waiter said, "Oh, I know what I'll do." He's like, "I got you." And he went back and cut a piece of everything that was on the tray and gave her. And the thing that was funny was she ate it. So the one who didn't eat ate like 7 desserts. It was only like it was like a bite. He gave her just a little bite of each one. And that was the coolest thing I ever saw. Like I can never, whoever that guy is, wherever he is, Mr. Waiter guy, he was awesome. But she ate 7 desserts. Yeah. So who knew? And they will take care of you. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. You see, I bring it every day. Please remember your real supporters will understand. You have a life outside of YouTube. Thanks, Mr. Minister Terry. And okay. And Susan said, I've been recently going up on panel on other people's channel. It's really fun. Yes. And I will say it is fun. I agree with you about that. And oh, and Dawn saying, I am not balanced with my yarn hoard versus slow crocheting ability. Ha ha ha. Well, that might be me as well. We have that in common. I see you. Yep. And I heard good things about Viking. That's what Renee's saying. Yeah, I don't know anybody who's been on Viking. And yeah, and then but let me tell you. So Susan, I don't want to like say don't go on people's panels because that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is um that's all I used to do, when I first started on YouTube. Because like the crocheters, that's kind of what we do. And but then I noticed that it got like if you're not careful, you can get well, okay, I'll tell you this story. That's right. So this is not a crocheter, but somebody I knew on YouTube. And they had panels all the time and they got hooked. And they said a couple of times they forgot to go to work because they were on panels. And they would come on late at night and go 8 to 10 hours in the morning. They would start like maybe, I don't know, 10 PM my time and go to about 6 or 7 AM my time. And I remember one day, like I was sort of watching them for a while because it was kind of interesting but this person said they forgot to go to work a couple of times. And I'm like, see, that's when you're doing too much. And that's the example. That's the only example that I could give. But the panels are fun. And I see, you know, why they're so much fun. But I see the negative of that as well. Isn't that crazy? Forgot to go to work, almost got fired. Like, what? Who does that? That's crazy, right? Let's see what people are saying. Dawn saying, haha, glad not to be alone. Yeah, that's true. And Susan E, good for you. It makes me super nervous, LOL. Really? Really, Keisha? I didn't know that. Is anyone balanced on collecting yarn? The answer would be no. And let's see. Did I miss anything else? Oh yeah. But yeah, I mean, no, panels can be I don't think you have to be nervous. The good thing with a panel is you have somebody to bounce a conversation. And I think that's what people like. They enjoy, the conversation and the chit chat and all that stuff. So I think it's a good thing whenever you're able to sort of, hang out with people who are, who are like-minded and stuff like that. It's a good thing. Yeah. So, but I'll have to get Keisha. I'll have to get her up on the panel one day. Yeah. So you're not nervous. All right. Let's see. Oh, hey, we got Sweet Pea Sid. Nice. And and Dawn saying hello. Oh, okay. And then Keisha saying, that's crazy. You don't forget to go to work. Yep. You choose not to go. Wow. Yes. Well, the thing is, I think they just got caught up and they were newer. Like when you're new on YouTube, that's what like it's kind of addicting after a while. And I get it because Been there, done that, you know what I mean? And I've really like, turned it down a little bit. Yeah, but it's easier to do. But yeah, forgot to go to work, and they told me, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" It's not worth. I mean, I love YouTube, but you don't want to lose your job because you're messing around. But yeah, that's true. Oh, yes, and Susan E is saying people are always interested in what I'm making. Yeah, because you do a lot of good stuff, so I get it. And yes, and then Renee's saying it was a good way to be social if you don't get out. That's for sure. And let's see, did I miss anything? Everybody's saying, hey. So Sweet Pea Sid, how are you doing? Hopefully everything's going well. Yeah. But yeah, so so like I said, if you can, the panels are fun. They really are. And as long as everybody behaves, keeps their clothes on, we're all good. Yeah. And and I think, like I said, with the crocheters, we all do well with that because we're always working on something. You know what I mean? Whereas like this one was not a crochet panel, and most of it was this. But yeah, he said he was really in trouble, like skipping work, and I went, "Oh no." Like there's just too much. There's too much at stake for me anyway. Let's see. Oh, you're welcome, Sue. Yeah, so I'm not yeah, I don't want you to be I don't want to discourage you, but just, it happens. Oh, and Keisha says my resting bee face only stays cloaked for so long. LOL. Oh, you and my daughter. I'm always saying, "Psst, fix your face." She's like, "It's my face." I'm like, "Is it though?" She's got that too. Right. And no drama. I despise drama. Yes. Sweet Pea said, I'm good, Kelly. And yourself? Doing okay? And yeah, doing okay. Just chilling. And then let's see, Mr. Terry saying, I love people who crochet. They have a genuine heart and love for other people. Nice. Bring It Every Day has a lot of great crocheting guests on her YouTube channel. She is one of our nation's best interviewers. Oh, thank you. That's funny. Yeah, no drama. Yeah, I haven't interviewed anybody in a while, so I have to do that. It was weird. Like I was doing it for a while, and everybody was pumped up, and then everybody ran. Then after that, they ran. So yeah, so the yarn. I don't know. I mean, yeah. Well, so Renee's going to the Fiber Festival, and Sweet Pea Sid. I don't know. She's still spinning and doing her stuff. She's doing all her things, so it's good. It's good. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. I'm still kind of I'm trying to work my way through my projects, and I'm try little things here and there at least one time, just to say, okay, I made a shawl, I made a sweater, crochet. I've knitted a sweater. I've you know headbands, hats, beanies, blankets, all those things. So yeah, so I've been working at it, but I think I overdid it the other day. I was feeling pretty sore, like my hand was sore the other day, and I went, "Oh Lord, I think I did too much." So I really do have to find the balance. And I always know when I start to get a little sore. But anyway, if you ever see, you can massage your hands and spread your fingers, things like that, and it really does work. And it's like it's weird. It's like it was my left hand, so it was the tension hand for me. And I was like, "What the heck am I doing?" Because it was just all sore. And I said, "Oh no, I don't want to have an injury." So that's the whole thing. You have to be careful with the repetitive motion and stuff like that. But if you ever feel your hands sore, you can massage them, you know, and then push it backward and forward, and that does help kind of move all that cartilage and all that stuff in there and those muscles. And that's a big thing. And I've been really trying to manage doing too much, because it's easy to get caught up. I mean, I've lived it. Let's see. Yep, Susan E, no drama. All right. And Keisha's laughing. And oh, okay, Sweet Pea Sid's weaving today. Just got done. Oh, dressing my rigid loom. No, see, I need to learn how to do that. I have like I have a little kids loom that I got, but yeah, I need to learn how to do that. I need to go to like a weaving class. One day I will get there, but I have not done that yet. But that's cool. Okay, and Keisha's leaving. Blessings everyone. She said catch you next time. Have a good day, and you enjoyed the chat. Thank you for coming in. And oh, and Renee's doing bulbs. She's planting bulbs. Yep, still half a wheelbarrow full. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. But weaving is cool. And yeah. So and then that's right. Minister Terry said, I bring it every day is no joke. You have a genuine two-way conversation with your guests. I try. And that's a hard thing to do. Yeah, it really is. You make your guests the center of attraction. You don't embarrass or try to dig up dirt on your guests. I do not. I do not. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and that's the whole thing like with interviewing. You have to sort of give people time to respond. And I think a lot of times like when you see people interview, they jump right in. Like they don't give the people like a minute. And that's a skill that I used when I was working back in the day. And when I was in sales, like the main thing with sales, they always say you have to. It's funny when I first started, they never even talked about the exchange as much as you would think they did. And then as time went on, they were saying, it has to be an exchange and that you have to spend time. You have to listen for cues that the person is saying. Because if you don't want to make assumptions. And that's the whole thing. Like I kind of want people to say what's on their mind and feel comfortable, saying what's on their mind without like me pushing them. Like I don't want to push them to do or say anything. And that's the way I've always kind of lived. Yes. And have a great day, Keisha. Everyone's saying, stay blessed. Yep. 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 All right. Keisha, stay blessed. I like it. All right now. So that's what we were up to today. But just getting back to the title of the live stream is that everything that you have is a choice. And where you spend your time and money is indicative of where your priorities are. You know what I mean? So like I said, a lot of us crocheters and knitters do projects to donate, and that's a beautiful thing. And then also you can donate your time. And Suzanne's doing that later this week, so I can't wait to hear how she does. They're going to be teaching some teens crochet, so that'll be cool. But the other thing is, if you want to volunteer in an organization, I mean, that's where the real value is where you spend your time. So like I said, it's up to you if you want to spend your time. It's your choice. Like where you go is your choice. What you do is your choice. So I'm just challenging everybody to choose to give a little, to give a little. And whether it's and I think time is even more important than money. Money's good, but I think time is really important. So if there's something that you feel passionate about, then that's where you should spend your time. You know what I mean? And so when people say, oh, I don't have time for that, that means they don't want to do it. Yeah. So that's what I think. All right. So that's really it, for today. I just kind of wanted to say to people, hey, you know, you have choices in life. And and how you meander through your life is really based on the choices that you make. So if you want to help out people, if you want to give, it's all up to you. You know what I mean? But let's see what the chat's saying here. And let's see. Oh, that's it. So no, okay. Nobody said anything since the last time. But that's kind of the message today. And once again, balance. I keep saying you got to do a few things, but you got to maintain that balance because it can be hard when you get passionate about something. And and you can put on these little tunnels, and then you find out like you don't want to miss those days of work because you're messing around somewhere else. I don't know. You know what I mean? And that's just an example that I gave earlier. So but like I said, that this platform, YouTube can be fun. You can learn a lot of good things, and that's how my husband kind of introduced me to that. And because like I said, I was kind of fumbling around, by myself, sort of doing things like learning, because like I said, I learned in it first and I started crocheting. But there were like a lot of weird, not rules with crochet, but just a lot of things that my brain just didn't naturally process that I needed to see. And and definitely YouTube helped me out with that. So, like I said, you can get on here and learn stuff. There's a social aspect to it. There's and then, like I said, you could take classes. I mean, it's amazing the stuff that you can do, you know, online. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. So let's see. And Dawn saying, "Oh, it's a good message. Thank you." And choosing where you spend your time, choosing your attitude. Yeah. Like I said, it's all everything is a choice. It really is. And so I say that to people all the time. I said, if you want to do it, you'll do it. There's no excuses. And I find, like I said, and just one last thing, and I just having flashbacks to a lot of the. I used to work with a lot of women, and they would always say, "Oh my gosh, I'm so busy. I have a family. I have pets. I have a husband. I have kids. I can't do anything." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, you kind of can." Because I did it. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff. I've been involved in all that stuff. And like I said, it's what you choose to do. Whatever it is. Start that new business. It's up to you. You know, getting out, getting some exercise. It's up to you. But those are all those things. Oh, but anyway, if you guys are interested, maybe we could try a panel. I don't know when though. There's so many. Gosh, try to maintain. Trying to figure out a best time to check. But if you're interested in doing a panel, let me know in the chat. And or you could hit me up on Instagram or YouTube. And we got let's see. Renee said, "Yeah, it's tough to know if your choices are best." See, that's the thing. Yeah, yeah, I follow my heart. Sometimes my brain steps in and does a course correction. Yeah, see, I know I don't have that answer. You know what I mean? You have to sort of you got to give it a try, right? Oh, and there's Tampa's Creek. Good to see you. Hello, Kelly in chat. And take care, everyone. Dawn saying, "So good to see you all." Yeah, good to see you. And Minister Terry saying 80% of life is not what happens, but how you react. Yep. The other 20% is beyond your control. That is for sure. How you react to a situation can be just as deadly as the situation itself, right? You're the author of your life. What you do. Yep. Let's see. What do you want your obituary to say? Ooh, that's a good question. You're the artist of your life. What colors are you going to put on that canvas? Nice. And learn to be the shepherd of your life. Don't let someone else make you the sheep of your life. Bam. Well, that sums it up right there. And learn to be the driver of your life. Don't let someone else make you the passenger of your life. That's it. It's all choices. Yep. Thank you. That is beautiful. Yeah, and I think that's it. And so, like I said, just talking to all these volunteers, it really got me thinking that I need to do more. I do a little bit, but I could do more. And and that's the only thing I would say to people. If you can. And the thing that's the most valuable is your time. If you could help somebody out doing whatever, and just insert the blank there. Yeah. Those and I think somehow I'm thinking about it now, like nursing homes. A lot of those people I don't know if they let people in there anymore. But maybe donating in those nursing homes, because those people are very lonely. And yeah, I don't know, but I was thinking about that. Like, that's a good place to give some time, right? Because especially for people who are by themselves. Yeah. And they're in a kind of a sad place, right? So anyway, but that's it. So go off and enjoy your week. And try to do some good today. And have some fun while you're doing it. And try to find that balance in life, because it's hard. It is hard. I'll be the first to tell you. All right now. Well, anyway, thank you all so much for coming. Thank you to all the members on the channel and the subscribers, people who keep the channel going, because I'd be nothing without what little audience I have. But it's cool. All right. Okay. So let's see. Any final words? Nope. That's it. Well, thank you so much. And we'll see you soon on the YouTube streets. Peace. When